Hello, Scorpio. This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down, and let you know how to navigate. Now, this video is intended for all Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if you'd like to check out your other astrological placements, please check out my other videos. Now, this week we are heading into a new moon solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th. I'm curious to know how you're feeling, especially since we just recently had a full moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo. You know, the energies have been quite intense, and it almost has felt like we're in this void, where we're not in the old, we're not in the new, we're kind of lingering, but we feel the intensity. So let's get some overall themes and messages for this week. And we have stay in integrity. Okay, Scorpio, it's time to stay true to yourself. And with that, we have higher power. You can feel it. A higher power is at play here. I don't want to be cheesy and say if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. But if it's meant to be, it will be, right? You can't lose what's meant for you. You can't mess it up. And this is telling you to accept responsibility. So, look, we've all been through difficult times. This is basically telling you to accept responsibility for, things that have happened in the past so that you can be more aware in the present so you can have a better future. Now, let's take a look at the tarot. We're going to be looking at the energies leading up to this new moon solar eclipse. So we're going to start off with what is ready to be initiated. You're being called to start fresh, take bold action, or embrace a new path. So let's see what that is. And we have here the Eight of Pentacles. So there is work to do. This is saying learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, taking a seminar, or finding a mentor, attention to detail, skilled work that you love. What do you love to do? Stay true to yourself. Now, when we see the staying in integrity card, it kind of makes me think that it's important to do what you love, what you're passionate about, and not listen to what other people say. Now, for example, I was a high school teacher in the classroom for 18 years. I mean, technically, I'm still a high school teacher now. But my point is that I made the transition from being in the classroom to doing what I'm doing with this, counseling and tarot reading and all these different hats that I wear. I made that transition because I'm very passionate about what I do, right? So I'm staying true to myself. Do you love what you do? Do you go to work every day and say, wow, this is something that really fulfills me? So if you're feeling like there's more that you want to experience, then, slowly take the steps to get there. Now let's see what else. We have the moon card. Well, we know the moon, new moon, solar eclipse, but it does say listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears, revelations that will make everything clear. Well, eclipses have a way of bringing things to light. So you might get some information this week that helps move you forward, even if it's difficult. Now, here's the Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords in general can be a conflict or a battle telling you to put down the swords, but this deck gives you a different message. It says an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or have questionable motives. Interesting. Stay in your integrity. So there might be people in your life right now that are not being honest or that don't align with who you are. The Page of Swords is about being logical, perceptive, insightful, but it's also an energy of being blunt. It says an exciting intellectual challenge, brilliant insights, information that you need but might be challenging to receive. Review all documents very carefully. So, whatever information comes through about a person or a situation, it might not be easy to digest, but it may be integral to your growth and moving yourself forward. Now, that card can also be about spying or observing. If you're kind of keeping tabs on somebody, be very careful with that because that can be considered energetic chasing. So let's take a look at what part of your identity is being reborn. This is all about evolution, what's shifting in your personal power, confidence, or independence. So we have here the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about Waiting for your ships to come in, yes, but I don't like the word waiting, because when we wait, we continue to wait. It also can have the meaning that you're sitting on the sidelines saying, I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And there's the Hangman. So this is an energy that says you're feeling a bit in the void or the neither nor. Like I said, we're in between these eclipses right now. Essentially, you are going to get some clarity, because that's what the Hangman is doing, taking a break or a pause in order to gain some clarity. You might have to digest some information, like I said. And see, there's the Eight of Swords, the illusion of mental entrapment. You've got to be very careful with living in your headspace. The Ten of Cups says happiness. Just don't get in the way of your own happiness, because this is having it all, right? Feeling good. All right, let's take a look at the next question, which is, what fear or block must you eclipse? So this is about highlighting a limiting belief, an emotional wound, or pattern that must be released to make space for transformation. So let's see. Seven of Cups. You may have struggled with making decisions, and this is telling you that you have all these cups to choose from. Remember that not making a decision is making a decision, and that doesn't help you, because it just keeps you stuck. Okay. And with that, we have here the Empress, birthing a whole new cycle. So you've got to let go of the old so that you can have the new. Now, in case anybody's wondering why these cards look a little bit dark, the imagery, it's because it's an Edgar Allan Poe deck. When I was a high school teacher in the classroom, I used to love reading Edgar Allan Poe with my students. Hence why I purchased this deck and found it recently in a box. So I decided to pull out this deck. It's been a while. And there's the Knight of Cups. This is telling you to open up your heart. You can see how the ships are here. I just mentioned earlier that the ships are coming in, and it could very well be, that ships are coming in, but you got to open your heart up. And with that, we have here the Three of Wands again. Okay. Three of Wands, a little bit of sitting on the sidelines, right? I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And look at this ship. There's this storm here that's getting in the way. So we've got to remove that storm or that complication. So let's take a look at what hidden gift or truth is being illuminated. I mean, eclipses have a way of bringing things to light. Three of Swords, you got to get over this broken heart. I've seen the Three of Swords a lot, actually, in many of the readings. I just spoke about this with Cancer. So if you have any Cancerian placements or you're dealing with a Cancer, that could be a message for you. But essentially, you've got to heal it. You got to feel it to heal it. And there's the Ten of Cups again. The universe is saying, I said what I said. So 33, 10, 10. What else do we need to know? Knight of Cups. The universe is like, I really said what I said. A lot of repeating cards, right? Opening your heart, going towards your fulfillment. And there's the Queen of Swords. In order to do that, you've got to have boundaries. So, I mean, look, you're going to recognize how important boundaries are to your growth and evolution and change. Okay, so how can you embody the Aries energy moving forward? Meaning, how do you activate your courage, your initiative, bold authenticity? And the Fool, by trusting and taking a leap of faith, making a move. Nine of Cups, ask and you shall receive. Are you willing to ask for what you desire? Are you willing to fill your own cup? Ace of Cups is a brand new emotional beginning. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Well, it's a trust the process kind of vibe. I know people don't like patience. Who does? But honestly, it's the best lesson that I could share with you. So let's take a look at one of these keynotes cards. I love this deck. It was given to me by a wonderful online family member. Let's see what guidance. Oh, the Soulmate card. Seen this card in other readings as well. Soulmate. You pulled this card to validate you are a soulmate to whoever you are thinking about, or a soulmate will come into your life soon. This can represent an intimate relationship or someone you have a lot in common with. Soulmates can be anyone to whom you feel a deep connection, whether you just met or have known for a long time. Our greatest wisdom, growth, and love come from these deep relationships. I look forward to sharing my life and new experiences with my soulmate. Number 2 card, which is all about partnerships and building something. That's really beautiful. I really hope that this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing week.